I cannot get rid of this cricket, so it's just gonna have to do. Aloha YouTube world, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is special. We are living through some trying times with the coronavirus. Most people are on the same level of understanding that we're stuck at home, they're unable to go to work, unable to do the things they love. People are getting bored, been living through a lot of stress, a lot of fear. Recently I posted a video called What Would You Like to See? Asking my subscribers what they would like to see. And this video based on a recommendation from one of my subscribers, my top 10 favorite beaches. Now I will add, I haven't traveled the whole world. I've been to officially 38 countries and then some, which means there are way too many beaches out there that I could add on this list that I haven't been to yet. So I'm just gonna note that these are the beaches that I have been to with hopes to one day inspiring you to go there too. So without further ado, let's go. Number 10, Klein Curaçao. Curaçao is an island in the Southern Caribbean, a beautiful island I had the pleasure of visiting back in 2014. Now, one of the things I just absolutely had to do was to visit an island directly to the south of the main island, Klein Curaçao, which translates to Little Curaçao. This island offers some of the most unique experiences to have on a small island. Directly in the middle of the island is an abandoned lighthouse, and to the west, there are a few shipwrecks. But after exploring the island, some of the best experiences to have is to take a dip in some of the most beautiful waters in the Caribbean. Number 9, Andros Island, Greece. Now we'll start, I don't know the name of this beach because it's in Greek, and the only thing I remember from the English translation is that it means old lady jump or jumping old lady. Andros Island was the first island of an incredible weeks-long journey across the Cycladic Islands. And if you take a drive to the south, to the end of the road, you hit a village, and then you take a nice walk along the coast before you reach one of the most beautiful beaches in Greece. Now, at least from my experience, and even if you've been to Greece, you might agree, that just about every beach you go to in Greece is absolutely beautiful and the experience is amazing. The beaches are beautiful, the water is refreshing, and the rock formations are out of this world. But something really stood out about this beach that I remember very well, and I'm not sure if it's that iconic rock formation once you get to the beach and when you're at the beach, but I don't know. This was definitely one of my favorite beaches, not just in Greece, but in the world. Number 8, Voutoumi Beach, Antipaxos Island, Greece. I've had the beautiful privilege and opportunity to spend some time in the beautiful island of Paxos in the Ionian Sea. But directly south of Paxos is its tiny island neighbor, Antipaxos. A short boat trip from the island of Paxos is Voutoumi Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in all of my time in Greece. The water is crystal clear, blue, and is absolutely refreshing on a gorgeous summer day. There's a restaurant that overlooks the beach with beautiful views of the island and beyond. If you take a swim far out, you might even find yourself in some caves. Number 7, Rose Island, Bahamas. I had the opportunity to visit the Bahamas back in 2012, and one thing I absolutely had to do was take a day tour to an island called Rose Island. Now, what is here? Absolutely nothing. Is anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. Rose Island is a very narrow island, several miles east of Nassau, and it provides just the perfect getaway from the hustle and bustle of Nassau. Number 6, Chrissi Island, Greece. Going back to Greece now, off the southern coast of Crete lies one of the most pristine, beautiful beaches Europe can offer. And throughout much of Europe that I experienced, most of the beaches were just kind of like regular, pebble sand beaches or whatever. But Chrissi Island offers really beautiful white sand beaches, though some of what you might experience in like the Caribbean or the Pacific Islands. And as always in most Greece beaches, the water is very blue and you get a beautiful backdrop of the mountainous island of Crete. Number 5, Bellows Beach, Oahu, Hawaii. Now it's probably no surprise that a beach showed up on my list on my island home of Oahu. Now out of the many beaches Oahu has to offer, my favorite beach on this island is Bellows Beach. Why? Bellows Beach is a strip of beach you can enjoy at the end of a road before it gets to the gates of the Air Force. And with that being said, there really isn't much high traffic, which means you can have a beach experience on Oahu without tons of people. You have a beautiful extended view of the beach and the beautiful mountains in the backdrop. After I had Achilles surgery, this was the very first beach I sat on and enjoyed after spending a lot of time indoors. It was also the beach that my now girlfriend brought me to after that surgery, which means there's a bit of a romantic connection to it. Hey, I can't help it. Number 4, Uoleva Island, Ha'apai Island Group, Kingdom of Tonga. One of the most incredible experiences of my travels thus far is experiencing literally not just a slice, but a whole of paradise. Tonga is not one's vision of what would be someone consider a paradise. People usually flock to Rarotonga, Tahiti, or to Fiji. But Tonga does have its own paradise, and that lies in the Ha'apai Island Group. Uoleva Island offers everything that someone would define as paradise. On the island, there are several resorts, and one of them being a backpacker's resort for the backpacker like myself. You have several fales for a very low price, and even cheaper, you can camp right on the beach. There is literally nothing to do on this island, and that's okay. There are no roads, there are no cell towers, there is nothing but sand, water, trees, and natural vegetation. You have fresh coconut to drink every day. You have the beach in front of you to take a dip in. You can go out and get some fresh fish for dinner. You can sit out on the beach, check out the islands in the distance, even set up a campfire. If anybody would ask me if I ever had experienced anything that resembled true paradise, this was the place. Number 3, Makalawena Beach, Big Island, Hawaii. And part of my hitchhiking tour around the Big Island, I had to make a stop at one of the most beautiful beaches in the Hawaiian archipelago. Now, I will have to say, I did illegally camp in the park overnight. But that being said, I arose very early to find the beach to myself. There are no words to describe the experience to be had there. What did I do? Set up a hammock, walked up and down the beach, and took a dip in the water by myself. Number 2, Navagio, also known as Shipwreck Beach, Zakynthos Island, Greece. For those of you who have been on my YouTube channel for a while and enjoyed all my Greek travels, it is probably no surprise to see that this is on my list. Shipwreck Beach has been one of the most highly anticipated destinations on all of my travels for years. And Zakynthos Island was the last destination of a 6-month journey across Europe. Now, taking those factors out of this video, it is no doubt to say that Shipwreck Beach is one of the most beautiful places on this planet Earth. When you arrive, you are surrounded by these massive walls, this massive cove, and you arrive on this beach full of people, yeah, but just the experience is just like no other. The beach is white, the water is blue, you have a shipwreck right in the middle of this beach, and when you realize the ratio of yourself to the size of these walls, it's absolutely overwhelming. Now, I will say that the experience at Navagio isn't complete without taking the drive or the ride to the overlook directly above, and what would complete the experience is to watch the sunset. Shipwreck Beach not only remains as one of my favorite beaches, but definitely one of my favorite places in the world and of my travels. Number 1, Tepuka Island, Funafuti Atoll, Tuvalu. Tuvalu is famously known as the least visited country in the world. Now, before Yesterday posted their video of the least visited country in the world, a year before I had the opportunity to visit this country. It's because it's famously known as one of the places on the world that's going to disappear as a result of climate change. And also, because of my love for Polynesian culture, it is a Polynesian set of islands. Okay. The experience to be had in Tuvalu is like no other experience in the world. The culture is absolutely rich, the people are absolutely amazing, the food is delicious, it's fresh straight from the lagoon. But the most obvious factor of all of these in visiting Tuvalu is that it's absolutely beautiful. There's something just astounding to me that intrigues me about just the existence of a coral atoll. And while you're on an atoll, it's probably in your best interest to explore more islands or more islets part of the atoll. And that's something I had the opportunity of doing before I left Tuvalu. I hired a boat to spend the day touring the entire lagoon to different islets, having the opportunity to see different perspectives of the atoll. And in that experience, I was able to spend some time on these islands. It's really hard to explain in words how unbelievably incredible it is to be on one of these islands. But all I can say is that it's absolutely breathtaking. Here you are, in the middle of a coral atoll, in the middle of the Pacific, on an island, basically by yourself. Blue water, white sand, clear skies, with absolutely zero development. You can see the bend of the earth and nothing on the horizon. I usually don't like to exaggerate saying that you're living something out of a dream, but having this experience on one of the islets in Tuvalu or any coral atoll in the Pacific is literally like living in a dream. Well, that wraps up 10 of my top favorite beaches in the world. I hope you absolutely enjoyed this video. I hope it's been uplifting. I hope it's bringing joy during these hard times that we're living in. And even more so, I hope it gives you that opportunity to realize that there is a beautiful path ahead, that we'll get through this, and maybe you'll have the opportunity to visit one or multiple of these places for yourself in your travels. If you have been to some of these places or wish to go and have questions, if you want to share some of your favorite beaches of the world and your travels, please comment below. I would love to hear your comments, your feedback. I'm all about community, especially during this time. So cheers guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive, and as I like to say as always, once the travels begin, the voyage never ends.